Has Arval revolutionized the game? I mean, probably not, but I do want to see him, put through his paces. If you guys are interested, I'm going to do some summoning and then we'll get straight to that. I've also got lots of questions, but let's just hop right in because, Arval. As far as color priority, for me, it is definitely colorless and then green next. Probably blue after that because I already have a lot of the units on red, actually all of them. So yeah, summoners, let's get going. Will the free summon be good? No. Wow, that is not an auspicious start. So we're going straight to the spark, no further. I want one copy of Arval. That is the priority. That is the Caden. You know what? I still use Caden. I think he's a very good unit. I am not complaining about this. I already have good IVs. Hey, that's another good IV though. Yeah. So, all right. I guess I should get to a question. Who is a unit that is missing from FE that you would like to see in the game? I'd love to see my man Jillian from Sacred Stones. This is from Colton. I've got a little different take on this. Can you put Bruno in the game and just get it over with? I'm tired of waiting. Like we just do it. I feel like they've been teasing us with Bruno for 5 years now. Almost 6. Wow. Wow. That is a long time that this game has been around. Hello, Soth. He's got a really good Resplendent. Like, Kagros, Soths, though. I like those Neithalavir Resplendents. They are very, very good. All right. I love this one. I was looking through these questions beforehand. This is from Mr. Scruff. Do you think IS should just remove Tap Battle for good from FE, or do you think there's any hope of revamping it somehow? I'll be honest, I definitely don't think they should remove it. I don't think it'll ever be revamped. I like the once in a while, the once in a while tap battles that we get, like the Reagan one. That was a lot of fun, the dance video and all of that good stuff. But I think that it is very nice to have these little nothing game modes to contrast with the games like Aether Raids or Summoner Duels that are fairly competitive. We won't talk about Arena because that's competitive in a different way, but but yeah. So I kind of like. What IVs? That's really nice. Plus speed, minus res. That's hilarious. I could fix that though. Do I stop here? I don't know, summoners. That is tempting. Like that's a lot of orb savings. I don't particularly love this banner. Is this going to be the shortest summoning session ever? I think so. Yeah. All right, I'm out. I'm so behind on questions though. All right, we'll take it. I mean, IS actually gives me a pull that I want exactly. We have to take that, right? All right, we're back, and I'm almost out of coffee. Summoners, happy Halloween, by the way. That summoning session went so quick. I had so many things to talk about. I am so sorry that I did not get to more questions. I will get to you guys. I appreciate them so much. They are a lot of fun. I want to talk about this defense. This is ye old Catria Ball. There's nothing special about this. except that now we can do a better job stacking Catria. And I haven't, we'll talk about that. So essentially what we're doing here is we're setting up to where there are multiple things that Elamine would like to have false started. In particular, guard or triangle attack. The assumption is they will go after triangle attack because generally that's the biggest threat. So these 3 lanes are generally where the tank is going to be. We're not going to talk about player face here. That is a different animal, and I have things to try to counter that. So turn 1, there's nothing to help that. Like that is, your Catria is going to get false started almost regardless of what else is going on. Which incidentally is why I originally had Chill Res 3 on Catria, but it doesn't do any good if she's false started. So essentially it was never going anywhere, which is why I switched it over to Mirabilis, and I meant to switch it back on Catria. I'll have to fix that after this stream. So, all right, if they false start on turn 1, and let's just say they take a turn to set up. Now, essentially this Elamine has an effective 61 res. But we are debuffed here and we're buffed here. And that means that now that Catria is no longer false started. So if they're not paying attention, that will get them. Also, if they initiate on turn 2, it will be very hard for them to get Catria. There are some things that can stop that, of course. But that's kind of what we're looking at. So let's go into this, because Arval is deceptively tanky, but I just want to jump into what this looks like versus Dimitri. He is the unit right now. Like that is the one you need to stop. So we've got Caden support here. Sorry, summoners, let's do this way. And that way Caden gets the full buffs, which is what we want. Sorry, summoners. There we go. All right. We break the block. We dance. All good times. We're just going to leave you like that. Turn 1. Okay. Not false started and guarded.
We will not falter. I will go. Lovely.
So we've got 2 sets of support, which is generally all you get. It's very hard to get 3. So, I mean, without the false start, you know how this is going to go generally. But the extra guard really helps. Did not help that time. Of course, he has special acceleration, so but you can see Joshua just goes to town. And Joshua's kind of a special case. He's designed to stop Dimitri and Vector. Like that is the whole job. Let's look at what this does if we initiate on turn 1, though. Let's do that number. We're gonna go this way this time.
It will be done. Sure thing. I'll do it.
Set up. Do a little nudge.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got false start this time, but we still have the guard, which is nice. So we only had 2 hits, but we've got lethality ready. Now there is definitely something to be said for if you have Fjorm or isolation or any other thing. There are a ton of different Dimitri configurations. The real point here that I'm looking at is the number of things that the opponent has to think about. And the more you can have of those, the more you can stack up, the better. And so Arval has added a different, well, actually 2 different wrinkles there, in the fact that we're giving 5 extra res to Catria and the fact that they also have to worry about guard. Guard in particular comes into account when you're playing with a unit like Fjorm. We'll get everyone up and running. There we go. All right. Now, Fjorm. Guarded. Guard is huge on Fjorm. Like, that is just a death sentence. You guys have seen this before. Since no Deadeye, Fjorm handles this just fine and takes out Crom. The problem is now, yeah, we don't have... we don't have Ice Mirror up, and Arval just hits hard. And just keeps going. All right, we're gonna go up against a little harder problem here, and this is bonus season Duma, and look at those bonus stats. That is just painful. 84 HP, that's quad mythic blessed. Keep in mind, so that's 55 res there, because that's where his boon is, and my Arval sucks. I'll fix him. I'm sorry, I'll fix them. I'll fix them, we'll get it right. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna give a turn to set up for false start, because most of the time these save balls are gonna wait a turn. It's one of the things about the Omni tanks, they set up quicker, so you can do turn one easier. There's definitely a way to get this going on turn one, but most of these guys are pretty patient, which will pay off for us in this hypothetical situation. Understand, summoners, I know that what I'm doing here is not always optimal. These are done quickly just to give you an idea of what kind of, well, we're level setting, right? So 84, look at those stats. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I could sit here and whine. Let's see it. That's gonna be a rough season. 20 times 4. Remember, Duma didn't get guarded. If he gets guarded, this is a different deal. Lethality hits at a great time. And then we ting. We've got... Jeez. Oh, is he gonna do it? Oh, he does it! Okay. Wow. I tested that out and it did not go that well. But what I'm pointing out here is that, I mean, what I did on purpose was that Arval helped set up that entire false start thing. I'm not going to show you Duma without, or with the turn one initiation, because once I get Arval updated, we'll actually have enough res to where he can be guarded. We've got one last one, and this one is not going to go as well. I'll spoil it for you. This one's harder, and I keep on talking about how this unit is just an easy button. No kidding. Let's do it with.
What is your desire?
Let's do it with without false start first.
It will be done.
Yes.
Where is my prey? Yeah.
Can you tell I've done this a few times now? We go. Things happen. Catria should be not false started. Keep in mind this is also a +0, but I mean, anyway, this actually it did still work. So you notice the chill landed on someone else, which I think in this case is Plumeria. Yeah, if Plumeria is buffed, then she ends up absorbing the chill. But it still didn't get Catria.
It will be done.
That's what I'm talking about.
I will go.
Okay. So, that's a lot. So we do have guard, which is nice. But the big thing is Joshua can't outspeed Robin. And in order for this defense to work, he really needs to outspeed. Yeah, I mean, look at that. We still have guard, but she has acceleration, so when lethality hits, that means, yeah, it'll get stopped. Aegis hits at just the wrong time for us. So it's one of those things that's going to have to be timed better. Oh, this is interesting. But Arval doesn't have all of this. Oh, Arval. Yeah. You go, Arval. Okay, let's contrast that though with a turn 1 initiation here. What you're seeing here is with Arval teams, you're going to want to set up quicker. That's the big takeaway here, right? I actually think I'm just fine with that.
What is your desire?
Why not?
All right, I remember how we did this. Getting pretty fast at this. So, no triangle attack. And yeah, 17, and that's it. That hurts my soul. I believe we get danced here. No, Arval's like, screw you guys. I'm headed right for this. I'm actually surprised there wasn't a dance. Oof. Yeah, Robin is an issue. There's the dance. Now it comes. Okay, we gotta get smacked there. But Deadeye's not working, and no triangle attack. I mean, that's a really good knock on Robin. Like, we're hitting hard. But it's not enough. Now it's interesting here, you pretty much just have to end turn because you can't really do any shenanigans. So, and I've run into this a couple times where this becomes this bottleneck. I could do a whole episode on Edelgard. We spent about an hour in the Discord last night just looking at Sims on how she runs, and Bonfire near save Edelgard is just a monster. There we go. With lethality, but against Aegis. I hate Robin. I mean, I love Robin when she's on my team. Just not in this case. Okay, now here's the thing. So again,
To be crushed.
I got nothing on that. And I might have been able to set up differently here, but maybe not, you know? And the big thing, I do have triangle attack, but it's just not enough. Yeah, see? Oh, interesting. And then they circumvent. So if it's a turn 1 initiation, you're basically just trying to get your units to stay clumped. And that's why you use a lot of swap. It's interesting to see though, isn't it? All right. If you can't tell, I'm just fascinated. We built this defense last night in the Discord, and I have been working on it ever since. I wanted to go over one more thing, and that is AoE Arval. I wanted to show you this one first. And the reason I keep picking on Idunn is I feel like she's kind of the standard. Okay, infantry pulse all the way around. Arval comes in, wabam. Jeez. Remember, very high attack plus true damage on the area of effect special. It is something. Look at how hard that unit hits. Now, I want to show you one more thing here, which really surprised me. So let's just take her out of AoE range. just for kicks. Because I did this on accident. I was very surprised. So no special here. That's so much damage. 61. Okay. Doesn't get through Aegis. So. Whew. But you notice Arval survives. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about with this whole really tanky thing. And because of guard, Idunn doesn't recharge Aegis. Deceptively tanky. Seriously. I mean, 23 defense? Who knew? Let's go for something a little beefier though. And keep in mind this is not bonus season. Because this is a different mode here. We'll do that. Okay. And I'm assuming that no. Yo, Duma. Now I don't have Dragon Wall in this Duma. That would make a big difference here. But still. Yeah, and you notice again, it's so tanky. Guarded, so that was an issue. Actually, yeah, wow. This unit hits hard. But basically this is, oh, and we'll, now I think, I know she doesn't get triangle advantage here. But still. It's so hard. This unit is just nuts. Now I wish I could see Robin hit back because I'm curious. Oh wait, no. He doesn't have, she doesn't have triangle advantage here. So she would just smack Arval. So Arval doesn't have triangle advantage, so Robin would smack, yeah. All right, what are our takeaways here? This unit is really good. This unit isn't the same level of good as Elamine, but that's not a bad thing. Seriously, we did not want IS to overcorrect like we've seen them do so many times. So many times. So this is a good thing. This unit is, I think, the right level of power, if I'm being completely honest, which is something we've been seeing lately. Like I've talked about Duma and how I like the design and how they did a good job balancing. Like this is a very powerful unit, but this also has weaknesses. Arval is a very strong unit, but isn't just a world breaker. Isn't going to take the save meta and wipe it off the map because let's be honest, we don't want the save meta wiped off the map. I know other than DTM. DTM, if you're watching, I know you want the save meta wiped out. What we want is a balance. We want play and counterplay. This definitely helps that, and we talked about two ways in stacking stats on Katria and other units to kind of try to avoid that false start, and also in providing one other thing to false start, which is interesting if you think about it. Originally, when I read this guard and saw it at start of turn, I thought that was a bad thing, but actually that is a good thing because you can bait out your Elamines. So it's something to think about, and it's interesting. I think we're going to see a big push towards player phase, and I'm going to talk about this more in the meta report next week. But I have been seeing more and more player phase strategies, and in particular, your near savior right now is more important than it has ever been. I will be doing a near save tier list because of how powerful they've gotten, and we need to look at them versus some common threats and see who's actually doing their job, who can hold up against these new Brave Seliph, Brave Crom, Summer Dimitri. Like this last year, we got some amazing calves that do so much damage. If you're interested in just a deeper dive on just the far saves, I just did a video on that and looking at Ascendant, Idunn, Duma, who else? I've completely blanked out. Rearmed Robin and also Fjorm, and looking at how they stack up. And definitely take a look at that. Take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHology real soon.